Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live Weather Authority coverage starts right now.
Hello, everybody. I am back, and I am back with the latest update on this storm that moved in earlier this morning and afternoon. I hope you guys are all doing good. Of course, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you are dealing with, what you are seeing. Are you seeing snow, rain? Are you seeing a mix? Are you looking at heavy snow? How much snow do you have? Give me all the details. I'd love to hear from you guys because, of course, the comments really help me out, and just let me know where you live as well, because I do need to know where you're located to tell, hey, are you looking at snow? Are you looking at rain? It all helps me out, and I appreciate it. Of course, we are going to still see this snow continue for areas inland, and that's going to continue through the nighttime tonight. If you're down towards the coastline, we are looking at rain, and that rain is going to pretty much continue for the next several hours, even into maybe the overnight hours as well. Eventually, I do think we could see some snow even down towards the coastline. For example, Portland, Rockland. Somebody was Linda in Rockland was just saying that it's raining there. We are looking at rain again down towards pretty much the entire coastline at the moment. That is going to continue to be the case for the next several hours as well. Let's get a look outside in Naples, and you can see we're actually not looking at much in the way of accumulation. I'm sure it should start happening pretty soon, but it is snowing up towards Naples right now. And you can see, if you look at the light every once in a while when the camera doesn't just freeze up for a second, you can see it is snowing in the Naples area right now. And we are looking at snow up towards Sebago Lake, points north of that. Again, I appreciate the comments. I'm not going to be able to get to all of them, of course, but I will get to some. Kayla in North Anson says that it is snowing there. What else? We got Matt in Fairfield. It is snowing there. Thank you for that report. Snowing in Jay. Thank you, Haley. And then, yes, Melissa, I am in Portland too, and it is raining here, unfortunately. I wish we were getting snow. All you folks getting snow, I'm kind of jealous, I have to admit. Joshua is in the jackpot zone. Rumford. I think Rumford is in the jackpot zone. I could see Rumford getting a foot or more, maybe even a little bit more than a foot of snow. Joshua, if you're still on this live stream, I'd love to know how much snow you have, even if it's just an estimate. If you're looking outside your window, a couple inches, 4, 5, 6, whatever it is, I would love to hear from you. Cold rain in Kennebunk, according to Morgan. Yes, we are again looking at mainly rain down towards the coast, but not so much in Gray. Look at this. A little bit of snow down towards the Gray area. We have, if you look off towards the grassy surfaces, it is sticking down towards Gray as well. And up towards the lights, you can see it is definitely snowing in the Gray area at the moment. Over towards Damariscotta, yes, you are just looking at rain. It is a plain old rain for much of the coastline. Really what it is the ocean's just too warm this time of the year to really support much in the way of snow unless a storm system brings in very cold air on the north side. Let's get a look at the winter storm warnings. And I was showing you guys this earlier if you were with me earlier. We do have that winter storm warning up in the pink shading, and that includes areas like Lewiston and Augusta, Rumford, as I was just talking about, Freiburg, areas like Jackman, and where else? Paris, Mexico, all these areas. We are looking at the winter storm warning up, a winter weather advisory up for the central and northern side of Cumberland and York County, as well as the entire mid-coast and up through the down east region as well, but it does not include Portland. It does not include southern York County, and we are going to see generally rain with this storm. If you are looking for the snow and you're in Portland, or if you're in, say, York or Kittery or areas like that, and you are looking for the snow, you're really not going to like this storm because it's just not going to bring much in the way of snow for areas down towards the coast. Matt, Fairfield already has 1 inch of snow. Yeah, I'd love to know how much snow you have on the ground as well in some areas. Satellite and radar shows actually the rain snow line migrating a little bit north. A lot of these computer models were going back and forth with this, and some of them were showing a little bit of a migration north and south with this rain snow line through the evening. Eventually, I do think that this rain snow line, as we head through the overnight hours, is going to drift down to the south very slowly. And I'll show you that in a second. Let's first take a look at some of the, just take a little scroll through the state. Sanford, back to rain right now. If you're in Sanford, let me know. And one area that I would love to hear from, anybody in the Augusta region, anybody in Augusta, let me know. If you could let me know how much. I'm sure you guys, I know it's snowing in Augusta right now, but how much? Because you guys are right along that line. I think you guys could see a little over a half foot of snow in Augusta. So I did bring actually the Augusta region into the 5 to 10 inch range in Augusta proper itself. Rain in Sanford, rain in Biddeford, areas like Portsmouth. We get a little bit closer, get some more towns in here. Wells, right along Route 1, coastal Route 1 up through I-95. We are looking at rain. Areas like Portland, we are looking at rain right now. Once you head over towards Boothbay Harbor, Rockland, much of the same. All the islands, of course, looking at some rain at the moment. Let's zoom out a little bit further, and you can see we have mainly snow for most areas. Leamington, we have snow right now. This includes Lewiston and Bridgeton and Paris and Freiburg. All these areas, we do have snow at the moment. So traveling on I-95, once you get north of even really Gray, we do have very slippery road conditions, and this includes really from the Lewiston, Augusta area up through Bangor. We are looking at very slow roads, and there was a report or story that we were running in the 6 that they did drop the speed limit along I-95 to 45 miles per hour, which I agree with. Can't hurt to be safe rather than sorry. Head up towards the far north, and I think this area, I'll try and draw it in if you give me one quick second. I'm going to go with this area as the main jackpot zone around there. It's not perfect, but in and around that area, I think we could even maybe bring this down a little bit further as the main area where we are going to see most of the snowfall accumulation, at least the highest of accumulation totals with this system, as we are going to see this storm slowly move through as we head through the nighttime tonight. Again, varying rates of intensity. You can see some areas where it's dark blue. Rumford right now, as somebody was just mentioning, it's snowing heavily in the Rumford area at the moment. And then other areas, it's barely doing anything at all. And even down towards the coast, while it does show rain, of course, that radar is not perfect. When it gets really heavy at times, sometimes it can fall down as snowflakes, a quick little burst of wet, heavy snow, and then all of a sudden it goes back to rain. Just kind of how meteorology works. When it comes down very heavy, the precipitation, sometimes it can fall as snow and then go back to rain once it gets a little bit lighter. All right, let's move on. Temperatures running in the 30s for the most part. Notice even up towards Rumford, Augusta, Lewiston, temperatures are not that cold for a snowstorm. I mean, if you want the light, fluffy snow, you want temperatures in the mid-20s. We're not looking at that. I mean, we're talking temperatures running in the low to mid-30s right now. So even up towards the Freiburg and Lewiston area, Rumford, the snow is going to be kind of sticky and wet. And unfortunately, places that are going to see upwards of a foot of snow, it's not going to be the lightest snow to move. I mean, we're talking the snow that might get stuck in the snow blower as you're trying to move it tomorrow morning. Just very heavy snow to move if you are getting quite a bit of it. Yeah, temperatures not that cold. And we have very marginal storm with temperatures running in the 30s. So let's just time this out. Here's 9 o'clock in the evening. Again, one thing that this computer model I don't think is doing great with is the temperatures down towards the coast. As right now, it's 8 o'clock in the evening, of course, and we have temperature of 35 degrees in Portland. I doubt that we're going to be 41 degrees at 9:30 at night. I just don't believe that. I do think we're still going to be in the 30s. So these computer models can take these temperatures into effect and think that, oh, the rain snow line might be a little bit further north than it actually is. We are going to keep a close eye on that. And of course, stay tuned to the 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. I'll have the latest on that. But let's continue. As we head through the nighttime, I'm going to take this very, very slowly. And then I'm going to get to some more of these comments. And let's just talk about this first. And notice as we head through the nighttime, watch what happens. By 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, this computer model is showing, rain down towards the immediate coastline and most of southern York County. But otherwise, pretty much everybody is looking at snow. 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock. I do think this is generally a system that's bringing us snow across the state. and even the Portland area, temperature of 33 degrees at 4 o'clock in the morning. You could be looking at some snow there. Rockland as well, but it is, temperatures in the mid 30s. We are going to probably see a mix even through the overnight hours in some parts of the coastline. And then this kind of just moves on out here as we head through 8, 9 o'clock. I think most generally the precip is going to be snow in the form of light snow showers just across the state. That'll continue to wind down. And then you're thinking as you're cleaning up your yard and your driveway, hey, it's done. It's cloudy out, it's cold, but hey, we're done with the snow. Let's move on. That's what you're thinking. But another weak little system is going to try and work in. We're going to have an upper level trough is what it's called. Try to work into the region. And I do think that we are going to see at least the threat for another round of light snow as we head into Monday night into early on Tuesday. And that might bring another coating to an inch. And to be honest with you, I think we could be in a situation for the coastline where we see rain for most of the night, but we actually see more of an accumulation tomorrow evening as temperatures are going to be in the 20s to near 30. We could see a little bit more in accumulation down towards the immediate coastline, right by the beaches tomorrow night as compared to tonight. So, if you're looking for the snow and you're down towards the coast, you really might have to wait until tomorrow as we could see some more snow showers continue. Then look at this. The sunshine returns Tuesday, but it is going to be cold. All right, here's a look at the snowfall map. I have not changed this really at all over the last couple days. Doesn't happen that way too often, but actually this is pretty similar to the exact map that I used on Friday night, 2 nights ago. Very, very, very minor changes have been made at times, but that's about it. This is pretty much the forecast, and it has been this way for the last couple days. 8 to 12 inches up towards Rangeley, Rumford, Freiburg. You're in the 8 to 12 as well. Rumford area, if you're in the Paris, you're in the areas like Rumford, Rangeley, I am thinking that a lot of these places are going to see double-digit snowfall totals, 10, 11, 12 inches, 13 inches. It's not to say that everybody is going to get a foot. I mean, some of these places might see a little bit more. We could be talking upwards of 13 or 14 inches. I could see, Charlie on tomorrow evening talking about, some place that saw 14 and a half inches. That would be kind of the exception, not the rule, but it is possible, of course, in some spots. I'm going to answer this question because Farmington, you guys are going to get a good amount of snow. I actually wanted to pull that one up. Farmington area, you guys are going to get a good amount. I mean, you're in the 8 to 12 for the most part. So we are going to see a good amount in the mountains, 5 to 10 inches. I did talk about, Augusta now being in the 5 to 10 inch range. Does that mean 10? No, I do think we are going to see upwards of 6, 7, 8 inches of snow possibly in Augusta, but it really just depends on, how much is sticking and how much is melting right now. So again, I'd love to hear from somebody in Augusta, for example, or anywhere on those lines. And if you're on the line, I see somebody commenting saying 2 to 10 inches of snow. That's not what that means. Anytime you're on the line of 2 to 5 or 5 to 10 or 5 to 10 and 8 to 12, you're going to want to take the higher range of the higher range of 2 to 5 and the lower range of 5 to 10. Whenever you're close to that line and you have to determine which really range you're in, just take the median of both of them. Coating to 2 inches down towards the coast. That includes Portland. That includes Rockland. That includes Bar Harbor. And I could also see a situation in Portland and the areas down towards the coast where we're looking at, rain for most of the evening and nighttime, and it might snow through the overnight, but not really stick. So we could get a situation like that too, where it snows for a while in Portland overnight, but it really doesn't accumulate to anything. And we get almost no accumulation. That's why we're going maybe a coating to 1 or 2 inches of snow there. And then this is also for tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. Hey, another coating to inch possible in some spots, light accumulations at times during the afternoon and nighttime. Again, we could see a little bit more in accumulation there. Let me get to some of these comments here and we will continue. Hang on one second. Diana, excuse me. Naples, you guys are probably in the 2 to 5. I would put Naples in the 2 to 5. I mean, I was just showing a webcam from Naples, and it looks like it's snowing there, but it doesn't look like much on the ground yet. 2 to 5 inches by the time this is all said and done. Waterville, you're probably closer to the 5 to 10 inch range if I had to put a number on it, down towards Waterville. Somebody was talking about, hold on one second, I have to find it. Somebody was talking about the Carrabassett Valley. I can't find the comment. They're all coming in at the same time, but Carrabassett Valley is going to get absolutely dumped on. This is perfect for ski country up towards areas in the north, Sugarloaf, all those areas are just going to get absolutely pounded tonight and early tomorrow morning. So that is some good news. And we are going to see a good amount of snow for a good part of the northern half of the state. What else do we have? Let me check. Not much happening in Bangor right now. And who else? Yes, here it is. Klein. Here it is in Carrabassett. It's dumping snow right now. Yeah, I'm sure it is snowing pretty hard up there. Litchfield, about 0.3 inches with light snow right now. Yeah, so if you guys have any reports, I would love to see any reports. We are in Norway. I'm by Patch Mountain, got 4 inches according to Travis. Thank you for that report. So yeah, I mean, most areas are looking at a few inches of snow right now, but understand that the steadiest of snow and really precipitation as a whole is really now through the early morning hours tomorrow. South Paris is going to get hammered. They're going to see a lot of snow, probably 8 to 12 inches of snow there. Falmouth, you're mainly going to be rain, and you are going to probably see some snow mix in it at the end, through the overnight hours. I don't think Falmouth is going to get too much in the way of any accumulation. All right, I have to pull this one up. Austin, what about Florida? I'm going to go 75 and sun. At least not tonight, but tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people probably wish they were there. Poland's another, that's another tricky one. I'd probably put them maybe in the middle of 2 to 5 and 5 to 10, call it 4 to 6, 4 to 7 inches in the Poland area. And, I would put Turner probably a couple inches of snow by the time this is all over with. Brunswick, you are not going to see that much, maybe a coating to an inch or two, I would probably say for Brunswick. I don't think that's much more than that. Allen and Westbrook, it is misting right now, but it is rain. Again, sometimes it can come down a little bit heavier and all of a sudden some wet snowflakes mix in. That could kind of be the case, especially down towards the coast. Tara, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Rumford, you guys, I've been saying this throughout the entire little webcast here, Facebook Live, that I think Rumford is probably the jackpot zone in and around Rumford. I could see 10, 12, 13 inches of snow in the Rumford area, and this can continue into tomorrow morning. So school is probably not going to happen. If I had to make a guess, if I had to make a call right now, 8 p.m. on Sunday night, even though I'm not a superintendent and I don't ever intend to be, I do not think you guys are going to have school over towards the Rumford area for the day tomorrow. Yeah, a lot of people are asking about Rumford. Lewiston, I would say Lewiston, you're probably 4 or 5 inches of snow by the time this is all over with. I've been keeping an eye on your guys' sky cam, and it looks like it's snowing there. But again, a lot of these places are having a hard time sticking just due to the fact that we had a lot of this melting and rain earlier. Freiburg probably looking at, I would say 8 to 12 over towards Freiburg. Let me actually pull. I don't know why I have that graphic up. Let me keep this up. This might help answer some of these questions if I don't get to everybody. Rockland, pretty much nothing. Coating to an inch, maybe 2. I would say very little in the Rockland area. Again, I wish I could, bring you more snow if that's what you were looking for. Herb, Waterville, I would say 5 to 10. Maybe like a 5 to 8 inch amount for the Waterville area. And then Limerick, I'm trying to think too. I would put Limerick, probably 2 to 5, maybe, yeah, 4 or 5 inches of snow. And then Augusta, I mean, I was trying to mention Augusta earlier. Alyssa, if you have maybe a report for me, I'd appreciate that. Augusta, I'm thinking you guys will be a little more. I had Augusta at one point in the 2 to 5, but I did bring them down. I think that we are probably looking at anywhere between 5 to 10 inches in Augusta, maybe the lower end and not 10, but we're talking maybe 5 to 8 inches in Augusta. That's probably about what I would say at this point. And just Biddeford, Standish, not much. Cheyenne, thank you for asking. Again, I'm so sorry. There's so many comments here between all of the platforms that I'm on right now. I wish I could answer you guys. I wish I could answer all of the questions, I should say. But unfortunately, I am not going to be able to do that. David, I'm sorry. I'm just seeing this comment. I'm reading these comments while you guys are mentioning this. We have 10 inches on the ground. Interesting. I would love to know where you are, number one. And I would just like to know where you are. That's crazy if that's the case. I got about 2 in Freiburg, according to Eric. Thank you for that. I do think you guys have plenty more on the way for the nighttime tonight. And then we are looking at anywhere between, I would say, 8 to 12 inches in the Freiburg area. We are going to see a good amount there. And then hang on one quick second. I just want to pull something up. There are some towns that I'm still not totally familiar with where every town is in the state. But somebody was pulling up Livermore right here, Megan. Livermore, I would probably say you guys are in the 5 to 10 inch range, maybe 5 to 8, 5 to 8-ish, give or take. I think we are looking at around that there, if I had to put a number on it. So I'm in Augusta and it's snowing where I'm in, and but it's just not sticking. All right. Interesting. Okay. I'm glad I got the answer. So I still think you guys are going to get a good amount of snow, but it's just going to take a little while. It's just one of those things where the ground was wet and warm before a lot of this snow started. So it's just going to take a while for this snow to really stick. And with temperatures only running in the lower 30s, it's not freezing or cooling off very fast. So we are really just struggling to have the snow stick in a lot of areas. Mike, 3 inches in Waterford right now. Oxford, you guys are probably in the 5 to 10. If I had to, probably the lower end of the 5 to 10. If I had to put a number on it. School for Auburn tomorrow. Cameron, I don't want to put any guesses out because again, I'm not a superintendent and I don't want to be, but I would say there's at least a delay tomorrow in Auburn. I mean, at least a delay in the Auburn area. Giovanna, Wells, not much at all. Really not much at all. That's just as simple as that. And then Winterport, much of the same. Really, anywhere down towards the coast, you're really just not going to see much in the way of any accumulations, just a coating to an inch, maybe 2. And I think a lot of places, even down towards the coast, are just going to wake up tomorrow. And for example, it's snowing in Augusta, but they have no real accumulation. And that's kind of the case in a lot of the state right now. It's going to be a situation where you just have a lot of places see some snow overnight down towards the coast, but it just doesn't stick. And it's just as simple as that. So you wake up and there's nothing on the ground. But that doesn't exactly mean there wasn't snow during the overnight hours. And then I'll get to like 1 or 2 more only because I do have to get out of here. But Joshua, Skowhegan, not much. You're in the same boat as like Portland. You're probably going to see anywhere between, I would say, nothing to an inch, maybe 2 inches in parts of like Skowhegan. And then Sanford getting rain at the moment. Yeah, I have Sanford mark in the coating to 2 inches. I didn't really buy Sanford getting much. They were getting some snow earlier. At least it looked like it on radar. But some warmer air has tried to move into the region. And it's struggling in the Sanford area. It's struggling all along the coastline to get any snow. I'll show you the radar one more time, then I'm probably going to head out of here. But let's take a look. Yeah, so you can see Sanford right now. all of this green area showing where the snow is, or excuse me, where the rain is. Let me just take that comment off so you guys can see. So yeah, you can see where the rain is right now. It's pretty much in a line from Sanford over towards the, south of the Lewiston area. We'll get some towns in here, areas like Wiscasset, Freeport, North Windham. You've been straddling the line of rain to snow throughout much of the afternoon and evening. Again, Sanford, you have rain right now. It looked like you were getting some snow earlier. Areas down towards southern coastal York County and pretty much the Portland area up through the mid coast has seen rain almost the entire day. And then as you head up towards the north, sorry, I'm kind of moving this radar all around. We are looking at some steady snow, Freiburg, Lewiston, Augusta, Skowhegan, and all areas in between like Rumford, Rangeley, up towards Jackman and stuff like that. Over towards Bangor, we have some lighter snow right now. And I want to just pull this out and show you that we have quite a bit more to go through. We have a good amount of precip off to our west, and this is all going to slowly move on in as we head through the nighttime tonight. That batch of heavier rain that you see in New York State right now, I'll circle it out. That was not my best circle I've ever made, but anyways, you get my point. This batch will be moving through probably when you guys are sleeping tonight, unless you're a night owl or you have to get into work early. This will probably be moving through during the overnight hours. You're not even going to notice it, but it will pass through. And that's when I think that area, a lot of that is going to accumulate snow, especially when it moves in during the overnight hours. All right, everybody. We have shows on tonight, 10 and 11 p.m. Tune in. I will continue to have the latest update, and I hope you guys have a great Sunday night and a great work week.